Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips team leaders to lead through the challenges they face every day. So, have you ever noticed how trees that are in the middle of the fields or just not surrounded by a bunch of other trees seem to be much bigger and fuller? Well, today I'm going to explain how those trees are like many leaders and their teams for that matter, and why some leaders and teams are not that way. First, I want to share with you that this show is sponsored by the CLC team, and they help turn stagnating and unhealthy teams into high performing and high producing teams by creating effective communication within the team while minimizing conflict. If that's something that you and your team may need, look no further. Get more information at clcteam.com or email me directly at paul@clcteam.com. Okay, let's get back to the trees. While I was walking this morning, I noticed how the trees in the middle of the fields were full and very big. I mean, they were the classic, perfect big trees. And yet the trees that were all clumped together were kind of tall, but very skinny. And the branches weren't nearly as full as the trees in the field. Of course, this had me comparing trees to leadership and teams. And I wanted to share with you how our leadership and our teams are much like those trees that are in the forest sometimes. Both leaders and teams need room to grow. And yet sometimes there are things in the way that prevent this growth, like too many people or too much competition, or leaders who don't seek to get you to reach your full potential. And these are just to name a few reasons. Sometimes we have people on our teams that hold us all back, and everyone knows it on the team. We don't reach our numbers because of George, or we missed our weekly goals because of Mary, or whatever the situation is, and whoever it is. But many of the time, it's due to overcrowding or people that are holding us back, and we just don't reach our full potential. We kind of hit that routine level of productivity and then we level off. Well, today I'm challenging you to discover exactly what or who is holding your team back and start trimming the fat, so to speak. If you notice one person cannot keep up and is holding the team back, and you have tried to teach and mentor them along, it may be time to reduce their hours or just separate them from the team or get rid of them. If, as a leader, you find yourself in a position where you have topped out on the promotion scale and there are a bunch of other leaders in the same predicament, and you feel like you have a lot more to give and a lot more to grow, well, it may be time to start looking for bigger and better opportunities elsewhere. You see, I want you to be the big tree that is reaching its full potential. And I want the same for your team. Sometimes, however, we just get too cramped and or we're stuck in a routine around a bunch of other people or teams that there's just simply no place to go. There's no opportunity to grow. As a leader, and the same applies for your team, if you are not growing on a steady basis, you are looking at eliminating yourselves from a job in the long run. This is a grow or be gone type of world. And we need to be seeking to be our very, very best at all times. Hey, I realize this may be difficult for many of you to hear, but this is what innovation is all about. It's all about doing things better and bigger. It's about continuous growth. Just like the trees in the middle of the fields that have lots of room to spread their limbs and grow to reach their fullest potential, we need to ensure that we are setting our teams up for that same kind of growth. Today's challenge is to look at the areas that are holding your team back and start making some difficult decisions. This may not be easy, but you know what? That's leadership. Welcome aboard. Now, let's lead our team to reach their fullest potential. Let's give them room to grow. Hey, that's it for today. But before I go, I want to remind you that you can get a 15-minute free discovery call with me just by emailing me at paul@clcteam.com. We can talk about anything you want. And I would just love to help you with any challenges that you may be facing right now. Also, our online membership community for leaders is now open, and I have a huge deal for all of you, my listeners. The standard price to join the community is $47 a month, but right now you can join for only $27 a month, and you'll be locked into that price for as long as you remain a member. This community offers 4 live Zoom calls each month, and they're all recorded, and 2 new leadership video courses every month, and access to our entire video library. If you are interested, click on the link in the show notes or email me at paul@clcteam.com. Again, this special deal is only available to you, my podcast listeners. Have a great day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges.